Yeah, today, the NCAA rules, you have to have 3 days in just helmets. And it probably came at a really good time for us. Our situation of just healthy bodies down here, just like everybody in the spring, is pretty low right now. So to have a day to come out here just in helmets, with no shoulder pads on, I think our team needed it. We tried to do as much offense versus defense as we could possibly do because we just need to play. We need to play. We need to snap the ball. Guys need to be becoming really comfortable in the scheme. So you can get some swagger and you can learn to play fast. So we just need a bunch of snaps, offense against defense. And even though the quality of play or the level of play is not very high, we at least are getting some systems implemented and getting us on course for the summer.
Coach, you said that you feel like the offense is ahead of the defense. Do you still feel that way?
Yeah, I don't think there's any question. I mean, if you were, again, if you were keeping score out here, which we're not, the offense is ahead because the offense really practices just what they're going to do all season. Where the defense, you're really trying to put in a scheme that's going to be able to handle everything you see throughout the season. So that becomes pretty complicated. You're trying to match your overall scheme up with what our offense does without game planning, without narrowing the calls. So, the offense is a little more established right now, a little narrower focus, where the defense is trying to prepare for a lot of different offenses we're going to see throughout the season.
Is the defense having any trouble adopting the new scheme?
I can't tell. We're having a lot of trouble with a lot of things right now. But I think we're starting to get it. And playing defense is so much about being comfortable, not thinking too much, not being paralyzed because of all these checks and all these new things you're being asked to do. And I talked to our team today about that. I expect them this summer, with no coaches on that field, to be able to go out there and go offense and defense like we did today in practice so they can become more comfortable and eventually start to play faster. So, yeah, I mean, we're having trouble because we don't play very fast because we're thinking so much. But that's to be expected right now because it is all new to them.
Ask you about a couple guys. What do you think of Joe Harris?
Joe Harris has had a really good spring. Joe Harris is a guy, special teams, that is a really good special teams player. He's on just about every special team. I think the outside linebacker position, the way we play it, you'd have to ask Joe, but I think that's pretty natural to him with his body type. He's had a good spring. We'll be anxious to get Javari Johnson back full speed in August. Also, a guy, Adam Mitchell, at that position, a walk-on from here in town, has been, he's got a long way to go, but he's been a pleasant surprise. But Joe Harris has had a good, solid spring. I'm anxious to see him in the fall.
Quintin Solomon, kind of a lanky, tall receiver.
Yeah, Quintin Solomon again. He's earned our trust by what we've seen on special teams. Now, I don't know how much special teams or if there's ever been any special teams Quintin Solomon has played before, but he's stepped up and showed us some things, and I think he's having a pretty solid spring. He's a lanky guy that he's been coached a lot. This is his 5th year in the program.
Bob, I came in late, but how many kids did you have out here today for recruits?
I don't even know, Rick. I'd have to wait, because we had RSVP on a certain number, and then some guys show up. But I think pretty significant number.
Okay. From in-state, out-of-state?
Almost all in-state.
Okay.
Yeah.